Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? We are back and welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Nikki. I'm a photographer and a videographer who does a ton of traveling, which is the bulk of what this channel is about. And today I'm going to tell you what I packed for Iceland, wish I would have packed for Iceland, and what I wish I would have left at home. So before we get into that, make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment, and share. Big emphasis on that like, you guys. That helps me so much when you do that. So hit that thumbs up if you found this video helpful, if you just want to help me out, or if you like cats, because there's a cat back there. But anyway, let's get into it. All right, before we get too into it and start the unpacking of things, I wanted to show you kind of how I currently am packing a bag, or how I packed for this specific bag. If you haven't already, go check out how I pack as efficiently as possible in a previous video that I posted. I will link it here in the corner for you. But I have updated a few things since then, and if you're interested in seeing an updated video, leave a comment down below and I absolutely can do that for you. But for now, this is kind of how I packed this bag for this London and Iceland trip. There are a couple things here for Iceland that didn't fit in the packing cubes in the top section there. And then this corner is all toiletries and some things for mixed both London and Iceland. And these two sections underneath these blue packing cubes and this corner right here are for Iceland, everything that I needed for that trip. And this is for London when I was there. If you want to see that video, please go check it out. I will link it in the description and also in this corner here as well. But yeah, let's get to unpacking and you can see what I wish I would have brought to Iceland and what I wish I would have left at home. So let's get to it. I also wanted to show you some additional items that I was carrying: my neck pillow, my hat, my camera bag, my fanny pack, and an additional backpack. Okay, so now that you've kind of seen how I packed the bag for the dual trip from London to Iceland, speaking of, if you haven't seen that video already, be sure to go check it out. If I didn't already say that before, I'm pretty sure I did, but go check it out. I'm linking it right here for you. It's also linked in the description. And yeah, let's talk about what I actually packed for Iceland, all of the specific items. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown of that really quick, and then we'll get into what I wish I would have packed and what I wish I would have left at home, if I could talk today. Wow. Okay, so first, kind of little nitty gritty things that are basics, kind of must-have things is like toiletries. I kind of have a lot for skincare, and I have extensions, so I have a lot of stuff for my extensions and like that kind of stuff. But I always put them in these reusable silicone bags because one, it saves your stuff from an explosion, and two, I usually only bring a carry-on when I travel places, and if I keep them all in this bag, then TSA kind of, can get upset about my liquids, but they're all in one spot and I don't have to play the game of like trying to find everything in my bag. But anyway, you get the point. Toiletries. Lint roller, because I have 3 cats. And a little travel hack for you that I learned from TikTok. It's kind of a great place, but also a soul-sucking place. But anyway, I learned on TikTok to take the pillow out of your neck pillowcase and fill it with all of your like socks and underwear and like small shirts and things. So that's exactly what I did. It saved me a ton of weight and a ton of space in my checked bag, and it also made for a much better pillow. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I hate when like the whole pillow sinks in and you end up like breaking your neck anyway. This was so solid. It was perfect. Pajamas, 3 hats. Yeah, there's only 2 here, but I had a 3rd one. 2 swimming suits for all of those glorious hot springs and lagoons and things. 3 bras, 1 pair of sweatpants. Brought silks. These are my boyfriend Cuyler's. I was just scared I was going to be too cold, so I brought these just in case. 4 long sleeve tops, 3 sweaters and or hoodies, and 5 pairs of yoga pants that I layered and layered and layered over each other for a few days. A rain jacket. Yeah, it's all kind of, here, let me just, I'll unroll it for you. It's a big rain jacket, but rain jacket, my only rain outer layer, or weatherproof kind of outer layer that I brought. My hiking boots, oboes, they're where it's at. A first aid kit, and finally a sleeping bag. I was car camping. I rented a car and I was sleeping in it. They do have much more comfortable options there as far as car camping, so you definitely can get one of the like happy campers or like a van conversion thing to sleep in that has an actual bed. I did not book in time, so I got the cheapest rental car I could find and I slept in a sleeping bag the whole time. Typically, if you're going to do the van thing, they provide you with all the sleeping bags and things, but I had to bring my own, which was fine. So sleeping bag. All right, so let's get into what I wish I would have brought. First thing first, being more long sleeve shirts. I definitely didn't have enough. I only had 4. I don't know what I was thinking, but I also don't think I have any more long sleeves. This is probably the closest thing I have to another long sleeve. I live in Colorado and somehow don't have enough cold weather clothing. So definitely a lot for more of that, because mistake on my part. Second thing is, I definitely wish I would have had more waterproof outer layers. That would have saved me a lot of drying time. A lot of the times I would get soaked through, not necessarily through the outer layer, the red coat, but like through my yoga pants. I'd get soaked through those, and then I'd have to be like spending time like finding a dryer or hanging them outside my rental car when it's not raining, like all of that stuff. So more waterproof layers would have been like very, very key. It would have been really nice. All right, so the next thing that I wish I would have had more of or brought was more socks. I love smart wool socks. I have like 3 or 4 pairs, and I definitely wish I would have had more. It wasn't like that big of a deal. It was just kind of one of those things where I was wearing like a thinner pair of socks one day and I was like, man, I wish I had more socks. So I figured I would tell you so you would know and not make the same mistake that I did. All right, so the fourth thing that I wish I would have brought, if I would have done a little bit more research, I probably would have known to have brought this and the next thing actually, so I'm going to talk about them together, is shower shoes and a small towel. I intended on car camping the whole trip and didn't necessarily think about having showers at all. Like, I bookended my trip with the Blue Lagoon and the Sky Lagoon, so I was like, I'll just shower on either end of those 5 days, and I didn't plan on having showers in between. But all of the campsites that I stopped at had showers, and I didn't have shower shoes. I did get some from the Blue Lagoon and totally forgot until my last day that I had them, but it would have been really smart to have those. So if you don't plan on going to the Blue Lagoon first and you don't get shoes there, I definitely would say to bring your own, and a small towel would have been really nice. I was just kind of like using my clothes to dry off with or air drying. So take note of that, because it's just a little uncomfortable, and if it's colder in Iceland and you're camping out there, it's probably going to be really nice to not go outside at night when it's when you're soaking wet. Just my thoughts. Let's talk about the things that I wish I didn't bring, which isn't a lot for this one. Like the London one, there was a lot that I wish I didn't bring. This one, it's a very short list, and the first thing being, I don't need 3 hats. I didn't need 3 hats to be there 5 days. I could have gotten away with just one, honestly, and it would have saved me space. But if you're somebody who, like me, posts to Instagram and you want a wide variety of attire, maybe more hats is appropriate, but I didn't feel like I needed 3 hats for the 5 days that I was there. I didn't even photograph in these 3 hats. The second thing that I wish I didn't bring was these silk layers. Like I said, I thought it was gonna be really cold. I thought Iceland was gonna be much colder than it was. And there was probably only one point at which I thought that I needed these. But I was up on a mountain, like I was hiking the volcano, and I couldn't get to them. I didn't think to bring them, and like a rainstorm just came in. But other than that, I didn't need this for my trip in August. I went in August, so August beginning of September. So I didn't need these, but again, check the weather and check Iceland specific weather website. I will link it below so that you guys know what it is. It's much better than the app on at least iPhones. The next thing that I wish I didn't bring were the bras/sports bras. I didn't use these at all. I don't even use them on a regular basis, so I don't know why I brought them at all. So kind of a pointless thing that I wish I would have left at home. But that's definitely completely subjective to your situation and if you wear bras or not. I just don't. They're pointless. And the last thing that I wish I didn't bring, but I brought anyway because I had gone to London for a wedding and I needed it, was makeup. So typically I don't even fill this bag with makeup when I travel. I usually bring much less than this. I brought this with the intention of using some of it in Iceland, and I didn't need it. Like, I don't even know why I thought I needed it. I thought I was maybe going to take some really pretty photos. Didn't need it at all. If you plan on going out in Iceland, a lot of people do try and hit up like the Reykjavik party scene, which from what I've heard and from the one night that I saw while I was staying in Reykjavik, maybe would have been useful. But for me, not at all. No point. And that is it for what I brought to Iceland, what I wish I would have brought to Iceland, and what I wish I would have left at home. I hope you guys found this video super helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you think I forgot or what you think I should have brought, or something that you noticed in this video that you didn't even think about bringing to Iceland. But anyway, make sure you hit that subscribe button and feel free to go follow me on all other socials. They are all linked below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!